Mr. Speaker, without the uniformed volunteers of the Coast Guard Auxiliary, our nation's borders and waters would be less safe than they are today. As the grandson of a Coast Guardsman and the stepson of a Coast Guard Auxiliarist, I rise today to recognize the Coast Guard's selfless service to our nation's waters by the Coast Guard Auxiliary and to celebrate the 85th anniversary of their valiant service. In 1939, as our nation approached the Second World War, Congress established a U.S. Coast Guard Reserve composed of unpaid volunteer U.S. citizens who owned motorboats and yachts. 2 years later, in 1941, Congress created a military reserve and renamed the original volunteer reserve to the Coast Guard Auxiliary. Since that historic era, the Coast Guard Auxiliary has played an ever-increasing role in supporting the growing and evolving missions of the Coast Guard, missions that protect the nation, our waterways, and all who operate on them. For 85 years, Coast Guard Auxiliarists have notably offered their time, effort, and personal resources to support Coast Guard missions whenever and wherever needed. Coast Guard Auxiliarists have earned our nation's profound gratitude and admiration by demonstrating extraordinary dedication to advancing the National Recreational Boating Safety Program, the welfare of the entire Coast Guard family, and securing the public trust. The Auxiliary has also demonstrated unparalleled resilience during the COVID-19 pandemic, emerging stronger, ready to accomplish new tasks, and determined to achieve new heights. In recent years, they have expanded their support activities, delivering critical medical and cyber support to Coast Guard operations alongside their standard of work of promoting recreational boating safety, increasing public education in safe and responsible boating practices, and helping to reduce overall boating accidents and fatality rates. Our nation has witnessed the Auxiliary's extraordinary dedication when its uniformed volunteers provided disaster response and recovery support following Hurricanes Ian and Nicole in 2022, along with their unprecedented contributions to humanitarian missions at our nation's southwest border and Operation Vigilant Sentry. I'm proud to represent a district full of Coast Guard installations, including Eaton's Neck, Shinnecock, and Montauk. The dedication of the sailors at these stations is crucial for maintaining the safety and security of our waters, for which our community is profoundly grateful. I'm proud to represent our coasties and their families in Congress and serve on the Homeland Security Committee, where I can best serve their interests and promote their well-being. Mr. Speaker, we can never thank these brave men and women enough for all they do to help keep our community safe. So please join me in paying tribute and honoring the Coast Guard Auxiliary, whose 85th anniversary is on June 23rd. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The chair recognizes the gentlewoman from